Hello. Thank you for tuning in to Chipcast. My name is Laura Chipieski. I'm the Independent Living Administrator. At least they're still letting me stay here for a little bit of time. I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary. It's today, actually. I didn't realize today is April 15th. I know you all got your taxes done. But today is my 1-year anniversary, so yay!
Congrats!
Thank you. I'll celebrate when I get back to the office with, I'm not sure what. But today I have a couple things to go over real quick, and you can see I have a guest with me. This is Logan.
Hi everyone, I am the new Senior Director of Sales and Marketing. I'm so excited to be here and to get to know all of you.
So we're going to talk to Logan in just a minute, but I do want to do a quick follow-up on a couple things that have gone on in the village recently. So congratulations to all of you that did your scooter testing for March. I understand we had almost 70 scooters being tested amongst the 2-day period. And I think everybody did a great job. All of our furniture is still intact. Everybody's knees are still in the right places. And guess what? Everybody found their turtle mode. So we know you can do it. So we know you don't have to zoom down the hallways on rabbit mode. So please remember to stay in the slow turtle mode so that we don't run anybody over or run into anything and we can control things. Excuse me. And then also, if you did not get tested, there are a few stragglers out there. Mike Lewinsky will be able to test you. It is a requirement annually so that you can get tested so we can ensure everybody's safety. So thank you for everybody that showed up on those 2 days. But again, if you were out or if you missed it, you can get a hold of the safety office, Mike Lewinsky. Christian will put that phone number up, I'm sure. So since I never remember to bring anybody's phone number, or you can also call Kim Murphy and she can help you. Also, we passed out some emergency plan information. So this is the long paper version, and this is the short card version. So this came to us via the request of resident council. This was a card that everybody was given in the past that you can hang on your lanyard, on your keys, wherever you have them with your tag. It has this lovely little hole, and it just gives you some information about what to do in case of a building fire or some other disasters. This is the long portion. So what we did was we got enough of these for those that are out and about in the community. If you did not pick one up on the day that we did it, you can get a hold of Kim Murphy and get one from her. We are tracking to make sure that we pass them out and no one person gets 10 cards because they're such a hot commodity. And if you don't come out of your apartment frequently, or if you prefer to have something a little bit larger, we have the paper. So if you're sending somebody to get it because you stay in your apartment, this is not the card for you. We're limiting the amount if you don't need it just because they're not cheap. So we're trying not to just have them just to have them. We're trying to make sure they last and they go to people that are actually out in the community. So this is in case you're in the community and God forbid, knock on wood, something is to happen, you have something to go off of. And this is more for if you're in your apartment. Obviously, we can just print these as we need them because this is something that was from Henry Ford that we've just updated with the village. Shannon helped me with that. God bless her. She helps me with a lot of things. So that is just something I wanted to tell you guys about. But now that we have Logan here, we're going to do a quick little intro again for Logan. Logan, tell us a little bit about your background, what brought you to us.
Sure. So I really started as a recreation therapist. So I was working primarily with veterans, doing equine therapy all the way in Texas. So I am originally from Michigan, way up in Grayling, but I was out in Texas for grad school. So that's how I started. I got into senior living and I absolutely love it. I've overseen a few assisted living and memory care communities, definitely smaller than this place, but it led me here, and I'm so, again, excited to be here and get to know all of you.
Perfect. I know that Logan and I are working closely on trying to figure out some different ways to do some different ideas to get the community a little more involved in sales, because both of us have talked about this a lot. We know that there's about the same 150 people that we see on a regular basis, no matter how many people live here. I know some people moved in because maybe they had an issue at home and their kids said, that's it, you got to go somewhere because this isn't working out. And so some of you are a little stubborn and you just refuse to come out of your apartments, and we appreciate your privacy, but we want to make sure we continue to grow the community. And by that, I mean, and I'm referring to, we are okay with people that move in and want their privacy and they stay in their apartment. That is your right. But it is very important to a number of people here that the people that participate out and about in resident life, or make sure they come out to do other things, play cards, whatever they're doing, it's very important we continue to grow that community too. And I have been looking for the Fountain of Youth, but really, the Fountain of Youth is all of you. It's the community. It's having a neighbor that you can count on, that knows that you maybe need something, having that purpose to get up every day to go be with somebody, to be having conversation. All of those things are important in continuing your health. Your mental health is very important, and it drives your physical health. So Logan and I have been kind of powwowing about how can we have the community more involved. So Logan has brought back the idea of the resident referral program. We are renaming it with our new launch, The Good Neighbors.
Yes, so we are totally relaunching the program. As she said, it's going to be called the Good Neighbors Program. Some of it may sound similar to what you've heard, and some of it may be new. But for any family, friend, person that you refer to us, you will be entered into a monthly raffle. Now the raffle item, they're very exciting, but it's going to be different every month, so I'm not going to tell you exactly what that's going to be. But I will be coming to resident council. We'll be pulling that on a monthly basis. Okay, so you will be entered automatically for any referral that you give us.
That has a good contact. You can't give us the old phone number that we can't.
We got to be able to reach them, right? Yeah. But the most exciting part is if you refer someone to us and they move in and they stay 30 days, you will get $1,000 off your rent. And who doesn't love that, right?
Yes. I would love that.
I know, right? And I want to say, I feel like a lot of you guys, have people that are looking, or maybe, you want to just see the community. This is a great time to let the sales team know. We do have flyers in our office, but you will also see these. And again, this is black and white. I'll get you a nice colored copy. But you'll see this at the front desk, on the bulletin. We'll make sure it's out and about. But this is a great time to come see us. We can tour them, get them any information they may have.
Yes, perfect. So again, the thought behind this is you have friends that you would like to still associate with, that maybe you aren't going to want to drive to see them, or maybe you driving to them or them driving to you is getting a little bit too much. So why not move your friends, thus we call it the Good Neighbor, in to be your neighbor. They don't have to live right next door. You can have some space still. You have to go to a different building even. But it's a good idea to make sure that you're filling the community with people that are somebody that you would want to be your neighbor, some outgoing people. Maybe you met them at a club event that you go to. Maybe you still sit on a panel or a board somewhere, or you still go. I know some of you go out to play pickleball, or you go out to play golf, and they may be looking at something. Why not let them know to look here? I'm going to take this opportunity to address this crazy rumor that was not stopping. We're not telling you to bring your friends here so that we can close. Nobody's closing. We're not closing. There apparently is another rumor going around that Allegria Village Corporation, or however they're wording it, is calling some people to say, hey, we're losing $10,000 a month. We're closing the doors. That is not how that would work. Nobody's going to call you. If you're getting that call, it's a scam. Nobody has access to any information like that. And if, God forbid, something like that, first of all, nobody's going to let this property go and close. It costs too much. This property is not just going to sit empty. It is in place. It can't really be anything else.
No.
I can't think of what else they could
Very
put here.
unique place. Yeah.
You know, so that's not just going to go away. Nobody's just going to say, we're giving up. That doesn't happen like that. So if anything happened and the management company changed over, it would just be the management company. It's not going to affect you living here. That's not going to happen. So again, if you're getting a phone call like that, or you're hearing that somebody got a phone call like that, these scammers out here are very creative. It could unfortunately be somebody that maybe they worked here before and they know that you fall prey to these kind of scams. I don't know how they're getting phone numbers or anything like that, but we hear that some people got this phone call. It doesn't even make sense to say that that's the way it's going to happen. If ever anything was to happen like that, it would be similar to our bank closing, where you got a letter that says this is what we're doing. It wouldn't be a phone call, and they wouldn't be disclosing financial information during that phone call. So I need everybody to remember when they're answering their phones to be very careful about the information you give out. If you have contacted another place based on this, and you don't want to leave because we're not leaving, we're not going anywhere, and you want to stay here, let us know. Reach out to Mike Sala, reach out to the sales team so they can set up an appointment with Mike Sala, and that way we can help you get back whatever money that you may have lost from a deposit or anything that you may have done in a rash, hurried situation. I know this has been going on for a couple weeks now, I was told. It just got brought to my attention. So please, again, I didn't just hire Logan as a prop for everybody to lose their house. That's not what's going on. And we are working diligently on making sure that we continue to move people in. So I just wanted to intersect this great news with this random tidbit of information that has come my way. Stop listening to the rumors. Stop starting the rumors. Let's start with that. Again, if you get a phone call that's strange, call us and let us know, and we will figure out as best we can. But please do not give away any information financial of yourself over the phone. And if you fell for this trick that we're closing, which God forbid if I find out some other apartment is doing that, that's just horrible. Why would you put somebody in that situation? It's just a horrible thought process that's an actual sales technique. I don't put anything past anybody. So I urge you to let us know if that something like that happened, and we can help you work on a way to get your money back with you showing us some information that we can help you with. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and see if we can fill this buildings, all of the buildings, with all of the people that you want to be living around you. Some other things that we have not worked out the details on yet is Google reviews. We all know most people only go online to do a review when they're angry. Yeah. However, even though we all know that, we all go to the reviews. So really, you're only seeing the angry reviews.
Right.
So we thought, why not just do a Google review campaign? So we're coming up with a plan to where we can ask or assist people in doing some Google reviews, since we know that people look at Google reviews, and we also know only angry people post Google reviews. We also have a little bit of a detriment to our Google reviews because it could be about the skilled care, it could be about the assisted living, or it could be about the independent living. And not everybody really understands the difference. So I'm just gonna be honest, as I told you, 25 years of skilled care. I don't think there's a happy person leaving skilled care for the most part. Nobody wants to be there, they feel trapped, everybody thinks it's a scam. nobody that works in skilled care feels like there's enough people, and the people that have to live in skilled care are definitely not going to feel like there's enough people. So getting a good skilled care review is next to impossible because it's just not a happy situation. Nobody's happy. I don't want to live in skilled care as I get older, so I wouldn't be happy either. So we have to combat that since we're kind of all tied in together. We're looking at how we can do that a little bit better. And if you are a Google review person or you have a Gmail email address,
and even if
they
you
can help.
Yeah, and even if you don't, or you have no, access to emails, but you would love to say something positive about the community or an experience you've had here, come to the sales team, let us know, and we're happy to help make that happen too.
Yeah, so again, just everything we can do to let everybody know that we do have positive things happening here. I know that progress has been slow since the bankruptcy. I get that, and I get the frustration. But that doesn't mean that we have to live in the mode of angry or panicked. We're going to live in the happy mode that all of you are always in every time I see you, and laughing and having a great time. And we're going to try to bring other happy people in with you so that we can continue to grow that. Let's see. We talked about I have a little cheat sheet here. We talked about... We're going to be looking at a few other sales techniques, but one of the things that's also happening is Mike Sala is calling everybody that lives here just to be proactive to find out if there's any concerns out there. We heard a couple people complain in Chapel Court about their cable, so to say, was going out. We found out that it was just a splitter that needed to be changed. But we don't always know. Everybody thinks that, well, somebody told, and if we think it's one or two people, we don't realize it's a splitter. So it wasn't until we realized it was an entire half of the building that they were able to come out and look at the right place to find the equipment issue. Now, I'm not a cable installation person. I have no idea how easy that is. But it does make sense that two people having an issue versus half of a building, if I was trying to solve something, I would look at it differently. So when Mike calls you, this is, again, not a conspiracy. Mike really does work here. He's not trying to get you to leave. He is just trying to make sure, is there anything that we can do, including getting some of you to meet some different people that maybe you haven't figured out how to meet, people that are doing some activities that you enjoy, so we can continue to grow those groups.
Well, and going off of that, I just want to say, coming from other communities, I'm absolutely blown away how many amenities and groups you guys do have, for new residents, or even things like the treasure chest. And my job and Laura with her help, we really want to get the word out of all these amazing programs and things you guys are doing here. So again, if you have anything positive that you want to share, please come find me, come find the sales team, and we will make that come to life, whether it be an interview or something you'd love to share about a group you're part of. We would greatly appreciate any positive feedback like that.
Right. So if you have some ideas for us too, we're not too big for our britches. We don't think we're the only ones that know how to do things. That doesn't mean that I want you to write a policy for me. But if you have some different techniques, maybe you were an expert salesperson, which I am not, and maybe you have some ideas on that. Feel free to stop by and see Logan. They are on second floor, Chapel Court. That's where they're at, right down from Joe's office, the social worker. Or you can stop by and see Kim Murphy, and she knows how to call everybody and get a hold of them and make an appointment for you. So again, just helping to participate. As we come up with more ideas for participation and more details, we will certainly let everybody know. Logan, is there anything else you want to tell us? Got anything you want to tell us about you personally, or can we get the tea here? Yeah,
well, I'm sure there are, more things that we're going to be releasing soon. We're working on a couple other programs, so this will not be the last time you see me on here. So I will be sure to revisit and update you guys on these programs. But as of right now, I think that's it. But again, please come find me if you have any ideas. I am always have open ears, and I would love to hear from you guys. And again, I hope I can do you guys justice and we can get the positive word out about the community and all the wonderful things you guys are doing here. Like I said, I'm really blown away by some of these programs, so please come find me.
Definitely positive energy. And we're going into the good weather.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait. You know, I hate snow. If I've said it on here once, I've said it 100 times. I should not be in Michigan, but here I am. So on that note, I know that we are looking at a couple projects coming up. Some resident council projects were new raised flower beds, so I know we got a few of those coming up. We're also looking at some things in the facility. I'm not going to say them because then if they don't happen next week, somebody's calling me saying, you said this on Chipcast, why isn't it done? I would love if my world worked that fast. It does not, unfortunately. So I have learned to keep my mouth shut until I can actually announce a date. So thank you all for teaching me that new lesson. Other than that, I don't have anything else for today. Yeah. So thank you, Logan, for joining me and introducing our Good Neighbors program. I know some of you have been asking about this, so this starts any day. So if you have somebody,
come find us.
Let them know. Again, we need a good contact, a phone number, an email. That just gets you in the monthly drawing. If they move in April, after they're here for 30 days, so let's just say they moved in April 25th, they're May 24th, they're here. Okay, now June, you get that $1,000 off your rent. So $1,000 off, hey, I could use $1,000. I'm sure everybody could use $1,000. And at this point in time, there's no limit to how many friends you can move in and get a discount. So hey, if you move one friend in a month, you get $12,000 off a year. Beat us at our own game.
Right.
Okay, everybody, it's been so nice talking to you. We have a lot of exciting programs coming up. I can't wait to let you know about them. I just was a little unorganized for it today, I'm not gonna lie. So I will see you around the hallways, and I will say hi and enjoy this beautiful weather we have coming up. Have a good day.